Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being part of my crafty family. Some of y'all are my best friends I've had for well over 10 years. And thank you guys so much for all your support and loving me, my videos, and my family. Speaking of family, today's Valentine box is going to be for Tootsie Pops. I know this may be a little late since today is Valentine's Day, but if you make this in the morning, you can give these out to your family in the afternoon. Or if you forgot that you were supposed to be sending them to your kid's school, you can make a whole bunch of these boxes real quick and send them to the school. Anyway, Tootsie Pops are Corey and David's absolute favorite. As you can see, David's already gotten into them. So we're going to go ahead and make just a cute little box that will fit two. Up and down like that, just because when I make a box for one, the bottom is going to have room for another one. So these are the Valentine ones. I particularly don't care for Tootsie Roll Pops, but the boys love them, so let's go for it. All right, pull out your pink book, your fold flat box. So I just updated the covers of two of my books, the pink one and the yellow one. This one now says fold flat box template, and it will have my QR code on the back. And my yellow book has a typo. Nobody told me. Not even Amazon. So I had to update that, and yeah. So if you have, this is the older book that just says box template, or if you have the newer one that says fold flat, either way it's the pink book. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. I was going to write in pink, but I think that's just going to be too confusing. All right, let's measure our Tootsie Pops, and I'm using the bottom of my mat. This is about 1.5 by 4.5. So my left to right is going to be actually 1 3/4. Let's do it 1 3/4. 1 3/4, right? No, that is 1.5. I forgot my mat is in halves. All right, so 1.5 by 4.5 by 1.5, because it's a circle, so I'm assuming it's going to be that same thickness. It actually might be a little bit more because of the ridges, but hopefully this works. The correct measurements will be in the description box. All right, so 1.5, I know I need 1.5 here. I need 1.5 here. I like my tabs to be 1/2 inch, so I'm going to do 1/2 inch there. I need 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Okay. My left to right is 1.5 and 1.5, and my up and down is 4.5. Okay. I only need to write the up and down once because I only need to calculate it one time. All right, my left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. And my up and down, wow, my pen didn't even work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8.5. Okay. So 7.5 by 8.5. So the long side is going to be my green side, which is going to be 1/2 inch and 2 on both sides. And then my short side is going to be 1.5 plus 1.5. So that's 2, that's 3. Plus 1.5. So that's 4.5. Plus 1.5. That's 6, right? 1.5, 3, plus 1.5 is 4.5, plus 1.5. Yep, that's right. Okay. Ooh, that one was quick to math today. Why wasn't I not a crafter in high school? I was so bad at fractions, or whatever grade you learn fractions in. I was so bad at it, but now I can math me up some fractions like nobody business. All right, so let's grab some paper. Are we going to decorate these ones? Let's decorate it. All right, I pulled out the scraps I had left over from this Simple Stories collection kit. This is Heart Eyes. And I have a lot of ephemera, but it's just only a little bit of paper. All right, let's go ahead and score this. Maybe. So our paper's already at 8.5, so on the long side we need to cut it at 7.5. 7.5. Okay. And on the short side, since we're already here, we're going to score it at 1.5. 3. 4.5. And 6. Okay. Short side, we need 1/2 inch and 2 on both sides. So 1/2 inch and 2. And 1/2 inch and 2. Okay, perfect. So for you scoreboard users, that's going to be 1/2 inch, 2, 6.5, and 8. And 8. Okay. And this is the Tootsie Roll Toots S-I-E box. Okay. All right, starting position, put your 1/2 inch at the top and the bottom. Grab some scissors. And we do not need the first 4 boxes on the bottom right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and cut those off. So it's really, you start at the second score line and then cut off those 4 pieces. Okay. And then what you do to the bottom, you're going to do to the top. Let me, so you guys can actually see this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those are the same exact on the bottom. We don't need those. Oh, so we're just gonna cut and cut. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and miter this and miter this, and I'm gonna cut off some of this just because it's very bulky. Oh, it's correct. It just looked a lot bigger than the other ones. Huh. Okay. Just looks a little bulky, so I'm just going to cut off about 1/4 inch. Just because it looked bigger than the rest. No, honestly, no other reason. Alright, so now your score lines, we're going to go ahead and cut up the score line, miter, and cut off roughly half. So cut up the score line, miter, miter, cut off. I'm cutting off more than half, but you cut off what you want. Okay, the next vertical score line, you're going to cut up that score line. You're going to miter. You're going to miter. And what I was saying by you can cut off what you want, you can get away with only cutting off this first tab on the right, but I like my tabs to be small, so I cut off whatever I'm feeling like. So do the exact same thing. You can even do it like this. Cut up the vertical. Cut up the vertical. Miter. 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 Somebody asked me, was this a fine technique? It doesn't matter what order you do it in. The only thing is, do not touch anything on the middle finger. So the one on the middle, you don't do anything to that except for corner round. You do not cut these at all. So it doesn't matter what order you do your tabs, your flaps, your varnishing. It doesn't matter. All right, so we're back to this position here, starting position. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make sure these creases are sharp because we want our box to look crisp and beautiful, right? Okay. A little flap here. I'm not sure what this pink paper is. I found this in my paper tray when I was moving. It was all by its lonesome. All right, corner rounder, corner chomper, whatever you have, your scissors, just round the corners of your middle closure flap. There we go. All right. Back to starting position. Fold in that piece, glue, and here we go. These boxes really don't take that much time, probably about 4 or 5 minutes per box, especially seeing how you guys won't have to figure out the measurements because I've already done them for you. All right, let's glue that down. Where's my pressy? Okay. My cart is too far away. All right, so your box is done. Let's go ahead and put our flaps and everything together. Mine's not dry, but that's okay. I have zero patience. All right, I knew this was going to be a problem. I don't know if you guys can see on my camera, but right here, my light might be too bright. Right here on the side, I still have a little bit of the score mark in there, the score line. So I didn't really cut that out very well, and that's why it's giving me resistance. And so I'm just going to take off that little heady piece, and that should solve. Oh, and look, I didn't cut that very well. Man, I was on it today, wasn't I? All right. There we go. Let's make sure our Tootsie Pops fit in there. So we have 1 and 2. Oops. Yep, 2 fit perfectly. This is a super fun box. All right. So your box is done. We're going to go ahead and decorate. So we're going to fold the box flat, whichever way it wants to go flat. And then I like to make the opening towards the back. So there's that. And let's just grab some papers and start gluing. Okay, so I picked out this little scrap here. That is going to look great. And then I picked out the little lollipop off of the chipboard stickers. And there we go. Okay, let's see. Chipboard lollipop. And let's do a little word here. How about we do, let's do Give Me a Kiss. All right, and then I'm going to add, actually I'm going to add some foam dots under that. There we go. Just that way it's the same height as the chipboard sticker. Okay. There we go. so your box is decorated. It doesn't really need any more than that. You can add, you know, some gems and stuff if you want to. But it looks super cute. Like this. All right, there you are. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.